Lori and Mark, federal law bans anyone convicted of a felony or subject to a domestic violence protection order from buying or possessing a gun. Thanks to a new law passed this year, Washington state takes it one step further, actually cracking down on the people who try to break that law.
It started out with a question.
How many times in this state do we have failed background checks?
The answer shocked Representative Drew Hansen.
3,000 times a year, someone walks into a firearm store in Washington state and tries to buy a firearm and fails a background check. Wow. And the dealer says, no, you do not get a firearm. 3,000 times a year. So the firearms dealers in Washington state are complying with the law, and they are very, very, very serious.
Working with Republican lawmaker Dave Hayes, Hansen, a Democrat, co-authored House Bill 1501. It goes after people who try to purchase a gun in our state, even though they are prohibited because of previous convictions, like domestic violence.
You should be arrested. You should be prosecuted.
The new law requires gun dealers to forward information on the failed background check to the Washington Association of Sheriffs and Police Chiefs for review and follow-up, and to notify crime victims like Courtney Weaver.
I covered my hands over my ears, and the .45 bullet went through my right arm, through my upper right lip, shattered 5 teeth, lacerated my tongue, and shattered my entire jaw.
The King 5 investigators has covered a series of stories on the effort to keep guns out of the hands of criminals. Some gun control experts believe cracking down on domestic violence perpetrators could translate to preventing mass shootings. The organization Everytown for Gun Safety analyzed FBI crime data of mass shootings from 2009 to 2015 and found in more than half the cases the victims included a spouse, a former spouse, or family member of the gunman. But as Hansen points out, the sheer numbers of the individual shootings are just as disturbing.
We lose probably 50 people a year in Washington state to domestic violence, probably half of whom are killed by their spouse or domestic partner with a firearm. So whether there is a mass shooting in Washington state or not, we have in effect mass shootings taking place every year in these domestic violence homicides.
HB 1501 set up a notification system for crime victims that's believed to be the first of its kind in the nation. Domestic violence victims receive an alert when their abuser attempts to buy a gun. And it's a law that passed with bipartisan support. So it shows that both sides can work together to get good legislation passed.
All right, Elisa, amazing statistics. Thank you.